Following is a lesson on reading and comprehension. In accordance to the Victorian curriculum, students are examining, interpreting, analysing and evaluating literature. The class is reading Katherine Paterson's novel, Bridge to Terabithia. The lesson begins with a whole class guided reading session on Chapter 11. Each student is given an opportunity to read aloud to the class, with classmates reading alongside on digital copies. The focus of this lesson is on using prior knowledge and textual information to make predictions.
Something whirled around inside Jess's head. He opened his mouth, but it was dry and no words came out. He jerked his head from one face to the next for someone to help him. Finally, his father spoke, his big rough hand stroking his wife's hair and his eyes downcast watching the motion. They found
Guiding reading concludes with a class discussion on the chapter. I facilitate the conversation through open questions. How did it make you feel? What writing techniques did the author use? What predictions can you make? Why? Explain. Once completed, students complete an extended response worksheet for the chosen chapter. As highlighted by my mentor teacher, previous chapter responses had been short and lacked evidence to support student justification. As such, students were required to cite direct quotations or page references to support their responses. The lesson concludes with students discussing their responses with the class. In undertaking the lesson, I purposely placed myself to the side of the room to promote student ownership of learning. I wanted to create an informal environment whereby each student was given an equal opportunity to contribute and voice their opinion without the hierarchy of a teacher standing at the front of the room. From the side, I could still facilitate the discussion by asking tailored questions, but instead of addressing responses back to me, interestingly, students were communicating and addressing each other to debate ideas or extend upon another's understanding. In exploring this freedom of student ownership, I did discover that although students were engaged, stronger personalities began dominating the conversations, and thus I found myself interrupting and asking for the thoughts of quieter students. In understanding the links between teaching and learning, the constructivist approach adopted in this lesson places me in the role as the facilitator of students' interactions with the material and with each other. Further exploring the concepts of teachers' questioning practices and open discussions will support my efforts to actively engage students in processing and reconstructing information in new and meaningful ways.